John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Series testing, successful hunting. I test a lot of broadheads, and if you're curious which broadheads I've already tested, because I get a lot of requests to test broadheads that I've already tested, please go to my channel and click on playlists, and then go to the broadhead test playlist, and you can scroll through and see all the different ones I've tested. Or you can just go to YouTube and do a search on YouTube of Lusk Archery Adventures and type in the broadhead name and see what comes up and see if I've tested it in that way. But I get a lot of requests to test budget broadheads. Usually they're made out of China. People see them on Amazon and so forth, and they wonder if they're the real deal or if they're just cheap knockoffs or whatnot. And I'm sure there's probably stuff on both sides, but I'm going to be testing the broadheads by a new company called DEEPOWER out of China. Now let me say this, before you say, I don't want to buy anything out of China, you'd be shocked how many broadhead manufacturers that say 100% made in the USA actually use blades and parts made out of China. Okay, so it's not as big of a hurdle as you may think. But these are the DEEPOWER 2-blade mechanicals. Now in the future, I'll be testing their fixed blade, 3-blade as well. But this is a 100% stainless steel mechanical broadhead, and its price right now is $450 a head on Amazon Prime. Okay, that's really cheap. That's 1/4 the cost of a Rage Trypan. Okay, so I'm going to zoom on in here, go through some of the unique design specs, and then put it through all the tests and see, is this the real deal or is this just a cheap imitation? Here's the DEEPOWER 2-blade mechanical close-up. It's 100 grains and it's all stainless steel. The ferrule and these bleeder blades are made out of 1144 stainless, and the main blades are 416 stainless. The main blades are 0.030 inches thick, and these bleeders are 0.050 inches thick, and they're made with a single bevel right here, which is interesting. I believe it's primarily for simplicity and durability, not so much for rotation, as it's not really going to get much rotation. And then you see that it has this thin chisel tip right here in the ferrule itself. Now the deployment is interesting. They don't use any O-ring or shock collar, but it's just the blades lock in place right here at the base with a little bit of a snap and friction. And then it's the pressure on these bleeders that force the main blades back into their open position. Now in their fully open position there, it's 2.0 inches in diameter this way, and then the bleeder is 1/2 inch. So the total cut in the fully open position is 2.5 inches. So I'm interested to really test these out. I'm going to be adding an extra test just because I'm not sure of the overall quality. I'm going to add a spin test to it, and then I'm going to add an opening test to see how well the broadhead opens on impact. And then I'm going to be testing it for penetration and for durability, as well as edge sharpness and edge retention. As always, I'm going to be using my Bowtech SR6 set at 72 pounds and Bishop FOC King arrows. Let's see how these DEEPOWER 2-blade mechanicals perform. Out of the box sharpness. 1 stroke. 2 stroke. 3 stroke. 4 stroke. 5 stroke. So the DEEPOWER 2-blade mechanical cut paper after 5 strokes of the arrow. First, I'm going to see how well it opens on this empty cardboard box with a piece of leather on the front of it. Here you can see the entrance hole, and you notice that the wide main blades cut 1.5 inches, and then those bleeders were 1/2 inch. So a total of 2 inches of cut on the entrance. After going through the little cardboard box, you can see where the head entered the target here, and the main blade opened up actually over its advertised cutting diameter. It opened up 2 1/8 inches. The DEEPOWER penetrated right at 8 inches. So it held up very well on the first shot, but on the second shot, the blades got lodged in the MDF. They cut through it, but they got stuck in it. And you can see they broke off right there. Now those two bleeders are still intact, which that kind of surprises me, but the two main blades sheared off. So what'd you think of the DEEPOWER 2-blade mechanical? Man, I gotta say, for under $5 a head, I was very impressed, okay? And on Amazon Prime, where you get free shipping, I'm even more impressed. You can compare this to a Rage Trypan. In terms of the opening ability of the Broadhead, it opened a little bit less on impact compared to the Rage Trypan, but as a result, it penetrated more deeply. Its edge retention was actually even better than the Trypan, and its durability was exactly the same as the Trypan, but 1/4 the cost. 4 of these for the cost of a Trypan. That's really something to consider. And don't think that it's because the Trypan puts 4 times as much quality into it. No, they put like 100 times as much into the advertisement of the Trypan. Okay, that's where the money goes. This is something really worth considering. So check out the scores, see if it's ahead for you. But if you're looking for a really economical, good performing 2-blade mechanical, this is worth a look. The DEEPOWER 2-blade.